are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Los Angeles Rams.
Pat O'Donnell set to kick off.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And look at this. Loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Anthony Harris.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second and 7 from the 20. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Number 13.
Michael Gallup with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0.
Makes the score Jets 7, Rams nothing.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. To return, it's Peppers. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Murray now on first down. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Murray now on first down. It's complete to Parker left side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Number 25.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Marcus Davenport.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And 5 at the Jets' 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
on second down now. It's Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Oh, be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. But no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
30, Austin Eckler.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete. This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Their own 44-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Lindsey on the toss left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Lindsey. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he will score. Touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Great McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Flush to his right. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Play action. It's Jackson. Looking deep for Gabriel. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Taylor Gabriel.
And there shouldn't be any surprise at all when we watch him flash his arm. Easy motion, easy action, and that ball flies downfield.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. The 20. And Adams has it complete. Touchdown. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Score Rams 14, Jets 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A handoff, it's Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Number 13.
Michael Gallup, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Pat O'Donnell.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now left side on the swing pass. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
Flush to his right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jamie Collins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
Six yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy in his multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Going deep here for Parker. A ball for it, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Jackson looking to throw on third. On the screen, this is Eckler. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal, Jets.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to take the lead. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the second try.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. To return, it's Peppers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Get this one right just shy of the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Ball carrier.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Flushed out right. Intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. We'll fire this deep for Gallup. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Rams take over first and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Desmond King picks him, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Gain of 22 yards. First down, New York.
That's complete to Slayton. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
the 29-yard line.
Second and 12. On the give, this is Eckler. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And it's third down.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. Jackson from the shotgun. Catch made by Slayton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out right at the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Murray from midfield. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson is going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's got it. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. Rashad Perriman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 44-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, LA! Sean Perriman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Jalen Richard now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Jalen Richard on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Marr able to put this one through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Conventional football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
1st and 10.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Murray. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. take a shot, but it's third down.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw on third down. Murray steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
42-yard.
Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 39, Murray. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Murray. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
56-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Number 13.
Michael Gallup there to make the grab. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. To return, it's Peppers. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Rams take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. Well, throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Lindsey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Philip Lindsey, the ball.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray dancing to his left. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Murray. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the Rams have the 1st points here. It's 3-0. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. This time, Jackson will throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Jets.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Back to throw. Murray. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's across for the touchdown. And the final minute, that should just about seal it. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do? And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35.
Complete.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And